Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know this is very long overdue. I appreciate y'all waiting, but finally gonna do what's in the bag for you guys. I wanted to make sure when I did this video, it was gonna be a proper video. I was locked in with what I was using, and I wasn't just gonna be changing in the next few weeks. So I'm at that point where I feel good with everything and everything's kind of locked in spec-wise and everything. So yeah, let's get into it. To start, honestly, I want to start with my favorite club in the bag. It's the Wilson 8802. I've made videos, on Instagram. Y'all have probably seen this a lot. It's definitely the club I get the most questions about. What am I using? But Wilson 8802, it's very much off the shelf. It's 33.5 inches. I've always used pretty short putters. I'm right at 6 feet with golf shoes on, but I kind of have long arms. So I've even used as short as 32.5 inches with putters in the past, but I'm at 33.5 right now. Again, no lead tape. This is just if you went to the website and ordered 8802, 33.5 inches, it's exactly what I'm using. It's even the grip that comes on it. It's the Lampion deep etched Wilson staff model grip. But again, I get the most questions about it. It's definitely eye-catching. Doesn't look like mini putters. It's kind of that old school throwback model that they've just kind of revamped. And it's just the simplest way I could put it is it's just kind of putter. There's not a whole lot of technology. It's very feel based. It's just kind of a piece of metal, but it's just so soft. The speed control is incredible, which y'all know I preach speed control. That's really everything with putting. And so when I got this, the only thing I could possibly think was maybe I'm not going to hit my line as well as I want, but that just hasn't been an issue at all. From day one, I put it in the bag. It's just been incredible. So y'all have seen me make a lot of putts with this thing. It's just, again, it's easily my favorite club in the bag. Might be my favorite putter I've ever owned. Wanted to start off with my favorite because that's something I could talk about how sweet this thing is for a long time. So that's the putter I'm rocking right now. I guess going into the woods, I've got the Dynapower driver and 3-wood. They're very much, again, if you order them off the website, it's very much what I'm using, nothing crazy. I've got an 8-degree driver. It's opened up a little bit. I think it's 7.5 degrees. Got the Ventus TR6X in the driver. It's tipped 1 inch. I play it at 45 inches. And I've got a mid-sized, the Align Golf Pride mid-size Align grip on this one. I've always liked a rib grip. I've gone away from it in the past, but always come back to it. I just like kind of feeling in my hands what the square face feels like, and it's just easier to put your hands on and feel like it's consistent. But this driver's been awesome. I mean, it's I'm a guy that doesn't change a lot, so my previous driver I used over 4 years, and you guys saw it cracked, and it's just always tough for me to find new clubs and get comfortable. But this has been really good, and been very happy with it. So Dynapower 7.5 Ventus TR6X. That's the driver. And then 3-wood, it's really much built up the same way. I've just got the 7X in the shaft instead of the 6X. So driver's 6X, this one's a 7X. Still tipped 1 inch, 15-degree head. I've got a little lead tape on them. I just basically swing weight them. Whenever I get a new club, I put lead tape to make sure it feels, how I like the swing weight. So there's no pattern, there's no set amount of weight. I basically just get a club, and I need to put my grip on this. The Align grip is actually just the stock one still. But yeah, when I put my grip on, that'll change the swing weight. I'll have to change the lead tape again, but that's okay. It's an easy thing. So Dynapower 3-wood as well there. Going into the irons, so I go 2-iron and then 4-through pitching wedge. And they're all the Wilson staff model blades. I mean, absolute butter knives. You guys have seen all the curvy shots I hit, all those like punch cuts and things. It's almost always with this 2-iron here. Probably the most fun club to hit right now. It's been, I don't know, it's been so exciting. I used a 2-iron forever, but it was always more of the driving iron, kind of a chunkier one, which nothing wrong with that, but this I can work a little bit more. I can do a little bit more. But all my irons, I've got the KBS Tour V 120X shaft in them, and I've recently been switching into the C-Cord Align grip. So I guess none of the wedges have the grip yet, but they're very soon. Everything except my 60 degree is gonna have this Z grip Align because I'm really liking this. And these blades, man, I'm telling you, they're from an aesthetic standpoint, they're just as good as it gets. The feel is so soft. They're so smooth. The top line's thin. There's not a lot of offset. It's just so clean, so simple. Kind of like the 8802, where it's just the putter is just a putter. Like there's not a whole lot going on. It's simple. It's maxed out aesthetic, feel, all those things, control, all the things you want. For I guess the last 7-8 years, other than a little bit of a stretch there, I've used blades, and I just really appreciate the lack of, I guess, variety that the ball could come off. I think in the past I've used some bigger irons, and you'll get maybe some hot spots. You'll hit some, balls out of the fairway that kind of jump like a flyer. It's just, I kind of learned to really like just one piece of metal where there's just not a lot going on. I feel like I have the most control, most predictable ball flight, can kind of work it however I want. So these irons have been sweet. Again, 2-iron and then 4-through pitching wedge in those. And then the wedges, I've got the staff model forged wedges. So I'm a little weird with the lofts. I go a 48 degree bent to 49, like a 54 degree bent to a 53, and a 60 bent to a 59. And so you see most people have the loft gaps be really equal, where they'll go maybe 50, 55, 60. And that makes sense that that would give you equal gaps, but that's not always how it goes. And so what I've always done is I basically go a 50 degree, a 54, and a 60. And then I bend the lofts until I hit the number I want. And so right now it's 49, 53, 59. Again, I just don't really care what the loft actually is. I just want it to go the distance I want. So I have about 17, 18 yard gaps between my wedges. But again, 49, my sand wedge is 53, and then 59 degree lob wedge. And staff model, they've all got the irons and wedges all have the JD stamped, which is pretty sweet. So my 49 degree has the same Tour V shaft as my irons, and then the 54 and 60 I go with Dynamic Gold Tour Issue S400. Just like a little more weight. I've always used an S400 and a 60 degree, so like all my pitching and feels are based with that shaft, and so not something I really like to switch, especially in the lob wedge. I don't think I'll ever stop using a S400 and the 60, but you know, it's something I like. The 54 and 60 feel more like chippy, feely, where I like the heavier shaft, and then the 50 degree is more of a full shot club, so it's like an extension of my irons. So those are the clubs, and going into the bag a little bit, you know, something I've been really liking, this Waggle magnet towel. It's just so nice when I'm like at the wheelings or whatever. I can just kind of throw it on the ground. Club picks it up, so like I'm hitting wedges, you know, I can just like pop it up, clean my grooves. Super simple. So that towel's been sweet. That's been in the bag for a little while. And then I got the alignment sticks. Hickory and Heath hooked me up with these. These are so sick. No real reason for the color scheme. I just like blue and white, honestly. So I went with blue and white. It's got, I'm going to have to throw a picture up, but Jake Des Golf etched in there. So some sweet alignment sticks from them. I really appreciate them hooking me up there. Let's see, going into the bag, I'm trying to think of what's interesting. I'm using the staff model ball, and I'm sure you guys have seen this too, but my go-to marking is going to be some pink through the logo. Super simple. Not a lot of guys use pink, so I felt like that was something that was easy to, it's always mine. You know, if there's pink in a golf ball, it's probably mine. And so I just put it right through the logo. That's usually what I line up to putt, so it's not too specific. You know, I've used big black lines in the past, and it's easy to get hyper fixated on line, and you kind of forget about speed and all that. So I like a little more subtle line there. Oh yeah, always got the strokes gained. One of my newest partners, but strokes gain hydration. It's so important. You know, in Alabama, it's so hot. You lose so much sweat, obviously over 5 hours. So super important for me to stay hydrated. This makes a world of difference. I mean, when I'm drinking this on the course, I just don't get that crashing. You know, it keeps me really steady. So lemon lime's my favorite. It tastes a lot like lemon lime Gatorade. It's just delicious, and you know, it's got no sugar. It's got nothing bad, only good stuff in it. So highly recommend that. But that's always in there with me. Snacks, I kind of rotate. I have to be pretty gluten-free. I'm just very intolerant to a lot of things, so I have to eat very clean. I'm always got some sort of protein bar. Those like oat muffins, you can get some gluten-free oat muffins. That's kind of my go-to on-course snack. I always chew Trident spearmint gum anytime I'm playing golf. I just started doing that like 2019. Honestly, I feel like the tension level goes down chewing gum. I don't know if that's stupid. It probably is. You know, it's a little bit of crazy like golf. It's not superstition, but a little bit of like, if it feels like it helps kind of thing. So I'm always chewing gum. And you know, ball markers, I'm not super picky. I'll kind of use whatever. I got the sweet Old Waverly little pouch here. So in this little pouch, I always keep extra rangefinder batteries. You just absolutely worst thing in the world is to get to a tournament or a round you care about and your rangefinder dies. Got the pink Sharpie that I roll with. Got some contacts. Trying to see. So hopefully y'all can see this, but we had a supporter of Bama Golf when I was on the team make some handmade custom ball markers for us. So we got Swinging Elephant on the front, and then RTR and Zord on the back. So that's one of my favorite ball markers. Again, I'm not super picky. I'll use whatever. Quarters, I mean, I don't like it when it's too small, but poker chips are the worst. If y'all use poker chips, don't use poker chips. Too big, gets in the way. Always got my wrist braces. I don't know if they're even in here. You know, I've got 3 wrist braces that I rotate. Yeah, I know, long awaited what's in the bag there. I'm sorry it took so long. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe for more content. I'm going to keep pumping out content and keep trying to improve and make better quality products for you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.